Hello, everyone. My name is Matias. I am originally from Argentina, but I'm currently based in Spain. I am a legal and business advisor with over 20 years of experience, experience in the UK, US, Europe, and India. I specialize in legal operations, ESG, M&A, and exit readiness for fast-growing companies, and mainly for companies that are private equity or venture capital backed companies. I own my companies as well. Oyster Shield, that is a legal operation consultancy firm in the UK and India, and DigiCheck, that is a AI-driven legal tech platform to optime due diligence operations for fundraising, IPO, or even exit. And also I serve on three other advisory boards that I will be briefing you in my next slide. Yeah, I hold, yeah, sorry, it was too fast. Yeah, I hold three advisory boards positions, one with Credible ESG. I'm advising them to penetrate into the European market. And this is a Silicon Valley company with operations in India. I am pleased that I started supporting them in their journey in Europe. The second one is John E., that is a femtech, that is a Dutch company. That what they are doing, they are empowering the tech for female. They have very powerful patent filings and applications across different countries. And the third one is Kenobe Capital. This may be familiar for the Veblen community because is founded by one of our fellow, Anand. I'm pleased also being part of their board. And apart from that, I also a board member of my own companies, Oyster Shield and DigiCheck. I used to be in another advisory board, but I decided to step down a few months ago because this term to be more on a management role rather than advisory board. But I will be briefing you later on about that as a learning from this experience. In terms of what is my statement is that when you sit in a board, you just not challenge about performance, but also if they're ready for what is next. I truly believe that board member are the architecture for the future of the organization. So for me, it's quite important that you challenge the founder and the board what is next and to be ready for future growth. In terms of my journey, in early days, well, I began my careers. I have 20 years experience, international business across different jurisdictions. I serve as legal counsel and company secretary in different boards, but always as company secretary or as a legal counsel. So what was really the game changer for me was in August 2024 when I joined the Veblen program. Even before joining the program, I requested a few referrals. So I had the pleasure that even before joining, to have a nice conversation with a few Veblen members like Dr. Percy in India, Archita in Germany, Christian from Hong Kong, Italy, who is in fact one of the speakers in this event, and also Ferdi from Germany. So my networking even began before joining Veblen, which I realized that was the right community and the right fit for me, because this was very culturally rich. And also what I have seen is that people in this are people doers, and they are very proactive. and there are people willing to make things happen. So this drove me to join Bevlen, and just few months afterwards, so by December 2024, my mindset totally changed, and I repositioned myself to be more strategic in terms of becoming advisor in different companies, and I managed to secure 4 positions, out of which I am only participating now in 3 of them. In relation to the 5 components that my connections, as I said, my early connections really at Beblen really helped me to land to my first board. Even I didn't apply. I didn't apply for my first board because from my conversations with the Beblen member, and they have endorsed me to join one of the board. And this is why I always say is that it is more important to have the right conversation with the right people rather than having a nice CV. So that's the power of connection, and that's the power of the Beblen community. In terms of knowledge, what I think that was also a game changer for me is the concept, the progressive partnership concept that I learned from the first time from Callum. So this for me was really impactful. In terms of my profile, as I said before, I started positioning myself as a strategic legal expert with 20 years of experience. So my mindset changed from supporting a board to be part of the board, to be strategic advisors for different board. And the value that I am providing to my clients and also to my team is that we are not lawyers, we are not legal counsel, we are business partners with legal mindset. And I always say to my team that after a few years working with me, I was expecting them to think about business people, because I think that is when you really create the real value, when you see yourself not as a blocker, but as a builder. So I think that this is really key in order to deliver a real value. And finally, the leverage, and the leverage that you have at Beblen is huge. You have people with different background and different nationalities, with different positions. I think that that's a big component as part of this program. In terms of the lessons. Sorry, went too fast. The lessons on future goals, and I think that one of the key challenges is navigating through the advisory board. In early stage companies, there is a very thin line between what is advisory and what is management. Sometimes early stages companies, they need people, more doers, helping them on the ground, doing more management role. And this is why it is quite key and important to differentiate what is advisory from what is management. This is why you need to be very mindful when you are joining the advisory board. In one of these companies that I was referring before, this turned into from a kind of 8-hour commitment. It was turning a kind of daily job, and this is why I decided to step down. This doesn't mean that this was not the right fit. Sometimes this could be a kind of potential pipeline for different people to create a kind of fractional role. So, but what I always say is that you need to be mindful here, not to turn your advisory board into an executive management role. The next one is that never underestimate the power of the network. As I said before, the Veblen community is very rich in terms of nationality, background, and is quite insightful to have to meet everyone, because you never know what you could get from those conversations. So this is important. So never ever underestimate your peer networks. In terms of what are the challenges for me, one of them is that I was very aggressive at the beginning, and probably this is why I managed to secure several board positions. But now what I wanted is to create a habit to keep connecting with the Veblen network. So to have once a week to connect with a new Veblen member and have a few ideas on how to deploy that. And finally, what I wanted is to establish my own advisory board at DidiCheck, this startup that I mentioned to you before. So yeah, I'm looking forward to leverage the Veblen networking and program in order to bring and create my own advisory board. Thank you.